If you want to see the bangers I sold recently, stick around.
Yeah! Stick around.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Uncle Wayno and I'm a full-time reseller on eBay. Here with another What Sold video. I haven't done one for a few weeks, so one or two of these go back a few weeks, but I really wanted to put them in because one of them is just really cool. It's been a pretty interesting 4 to 6 weeks for me. Sales have been quite low. They've been all right, but just, yeah, they were trending upwards, and then all of a sudden they've just sort of taken a dip, and it's mainly just because of issues I've had going on. I had the flu really bad, I had a bad back as well after that, and then just a few issues I've had at home, which I won't mention here. Nothing serious, but just stuff that hasn't allowed me to be consistent with my listing. Basically, I've tried really hard to get as many listings up as I can, but some things have just gotten in the way. So things have been a little bit dry. This weekend just gone was a really strange one. Sold one thing on Saturday morning and that was it until 6 o'clock on Sunday night, and then I sold about 10 in 2 hours, and then I sold another 10 overnight. So it was a really weird weekend. So yeah, things have been a bit quiet, but hopefully I can get back on track now. Things have cleared up, my back's better and all this sort of stuff, so hopefully we'll get back on track and we'll get those sales booming again. But I have made some good sales in the last few weeks still anyway, and there's been a couple of bangers, so I'll get stuck straight into them now. First one I'll chuck up here is Wayno and Neilley DVD. I picked this up just a couple of days ago and listed it straight away. I got it for $1, I think, and it sold within 2 days for $34.95, full asking price, with free shipping. So I'll probably make about 28 bucks out of that. So if you see this out in the wild, definitely pick it up. But I'll also say, if you pick it up, make sure you watch it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It is absolutely hilarious.
This is so exciting. It's just so exciting. It's just so exciting. It's just that it's so exciting, Cole. It's just so exciting. It's just so exciting. This is just so exciting. It's just so exciting.
Next up here we've got Ghost Adventures Season 4. If you've been watching my previous videos, you would have seen that I've sold Season 1 and 2. I picked up Seasons 1, 2 and 4 for $1 each from a market. I've sold Season 1 for about $50, Season 2 for about $60. I had this one listed for $79.95 and I got an offer of $70, so I just took it. Actually, I got an offer of $60 and I counted at $70 and she took it straight away. So absolute bloody crazy pickup, those 3 DVDs. If you ever see Ghost Adventures out in the wild, definitely pick it up. Even be willing, if you see it in the op shop for 10 bucks or something, grab it, because it's going to be well worth your money. Next up, I got these Australian shows, Bondi Rescue and Rescue Special Ops. If you might have seen in one of my previous videos, I picked up a box of DVDs for $10 and these were all in there. I listed them and the next day I had the same person make me offers on all 3. I listed Bondi Rescue Seasons 1 to 3 were brand new and sealed. So I actually listed them separately because Season 4 had about $20 value on its own anyway. So this person made me, $5 to $10 off offers on all 3. So I took them all, totaled $86 for all 3. I mean, I paid $10 for the whole bulk lot and I've still got others to sell as well. So yeah, I've done, he's paid shipping as well. So I've made about $72, $73 profit off this one. Next up, I've got these Rochelle Mead books. I know nothing about books. I couldn't care less about books. The last book I read was probably Clifford the Big Red Dog or some shit when I was like 7 years old. But I saw these in the op shop for $1 each, and they're all the same author. They look like the sort of books that people might buy. So I just picked them up and I listed them. They're probably up for a couple of weeks, and they sold for full asking price plus postage, which was $39.95. So I've probably made about $28 profit after cost of goods and fees on this one. Next up, I got this Children of Bodom, however you say it, this metal shirt that I picked up in one of my other videos you might have seen. I didn't realise until I came to list this that it actually had a little hole in the armpit. So I listed it a bit cheaper for $19.95, and I got an offer of like 15 bucks. So I just took it because it had the hole in it. You know, I was skeptical about whether I should list it or not anyway. I messaged the buyer before I sent it to make sure that they knew that, you know, they saw that there was a hole in it, and they said, yep, that's fine, no worries, send it. So I paid $3 for it. I sold it for 15 plus shipping, so I still made about $8 to $10 off at profit anyway, so I'm pretty happy with that. Next up here we got Jurassic World on the PS4. I picked this up in a bulk lot. It was in one of my videos as well. Paid $100 for the whole lot. I've made my money back easy on that. I said in the video that I'll probably double my money, but that was probably a bit light. I'm gonna do better than double my money out of that. I'm always pretty conservative when I look at things that way, when I'm buying stuff. That way I don't get sort of stuck in a hole. But yeah, this one, $49.95 it went for. Definitely keep your eye out on Facebook for the PlayStation 4 games. I mean, PlayStation 5's out now, and the PlayStation 4 games are compatible with the PlayStation 5, but a lot of people are just selling off their PS4 games so they can afford the PlayStation 5, or they can afford PlayStation 5 games. So keep your eye out on Facebook, because there is quite a few lots of PS4 games going up, and they do really well. Next up here, I got this vintage Captain America t-shirt. This looked really cool in hand. I picked this up for $3, and it was from 1995. I couldn't find any other shirt like it. It was hard doing comps for this. I'm just learning about clothing and vintage clothing at the moment. So, you know, when I searched eBay for vintage Captain America t-shirt, the most expensive one was $50 or something, and, you know, people weren't buying them. So I wasn't sure what to list this for. This was quite a bit better than all the other ones that were on eBay. It just looked better. It was cooler. So I listed this for $79.95 just as a complete guess. I got an offer of $45. We did a bit of back and forth, and eventually I took $60 on it. I just didn't know. Didn't know its value. Like I said, it's something I'm learning. But the guy that bought it, actually, his eBay account says he's a vintage t-shirt collector and reseller. So I have no idea if he bought it for his collection or if I just sold it too cheap and he bought it to resell. Let me know in the comments if you do know more about it, if you think I got a good price for it, $60, or if I should have held out for more. But in the end, I paid $3 for it, so I was pretty happy. He's paid shipping as well, so I've made about 50 profit on it. This next one here, we got this NRL Melbourne Storm jersey. Another one I wasn't sure about the price. I was in a hurry to list this because I was actually going out to a function, and it was on a Sunday, and Storm were playing that afternoon, and I really wanted to get the listing up before I left. So I was in a hurry, and I did my comps really quickly, and I listed it for $79.95, and then I just thought, it just doesn't seem right, so I went back and had a better look at the comps, and it was really hard to figure out a price. You know, this was from 2010 with the Jayco logo on it, and there wasn't any others around, so I just sort of guessed. I didn't want to go too high because I wanted it to sell, and I only paid $3 for it. So I changed the price to $119.95. I went up from $79.95 to $119.95, and then I went out to my function, and like 2 hours later, before Storm had even played, I got an offer of $60, and I counted at 80, and I never heard back from them. And then the next day I got another offer of 90, so I just took it. I didn't even counter. I just took it. I paid $3 for it. I got really lucky. There was no price on it on the racks, and they just gave it to me for $3. So I probably made some money there anyway. The guy lived a couple of towns over from me, so he paid postage and I drove it over to him. So I sort of made a little bit extra off it anyway. I made a whole day out of it. I went op shopping. So in the end, I've taken $99.50 off him, taken out fees and cost of goods. I've probably made about $83, $85 off this one. So I can't really complain. But again, if you think I should have held out for more, drop a comment, let me know, because I'd love to know. It's all about learning. That's the best way to learn, start selling stuff. Now this next one was an absolute banger. I picked this up a few months ago for $4. This vintage Melbourne jumper from the 90s. The brand is Blowies, which I'd never heard of before, and it had signatures on the back, 5 signatures, a couple of them pretty significant players, David Neitz, Todd Viney, Stephen Phoebe was on there, Brett Lovett, and one of the Cockatoo Collins was on there as well. But yeah, I actually, this was long before I started YouTube that I picked this up. I actually hit up Judder, Diary of a Flipper, when I got it, just to show him and see if he'd seen any of these before, and he hadn't either. And he sort of gave me the advice to, after a bit of talking about it and stuff, to chuck it up for to go high on it for 150. So what did I do? Completely ignored his advice and I went way higher. I went 280, and I had tons of people watching it. I'd get new people watching it all the time, especially with Melbourne going so well this year. I had one offer real early on of 145, and I thought, wow, you know, my price probably isn't too bad at 280. Like I could probably get about 200, 220 out of it. But yeah, tons of watches over the time, and then I sent out offers and stuff, and yeah, never heard back from any of them. And then eventually I got an offer of 150, and I just took it. It was actually the exact price that Judder recommended I put it up for as going high. So I was pretty happy with that. I paid $4 for it. I've got 150 plus postage out of it, so I've made about 130 profit on it. And just a really cool jumper. Like, it's just one of those things that you find and you just can't believe you found it. Just super lucky, and yeah, really happy with that sale. So that's it for today. The first What Sold I've done for a while, so I might try and do them a bit more regularly. I'm not sure why I haven't. It's just how things have panned out. But yeah, hopefully sales can pick up a bit more, and then I will be able to do them a bit more regularly. But yeah, so that's it for me today. Thanks so much for watching all the way through. I really appreciate it. I've got a few new subscribers lately, so welcome to all you guys. I hope you're enjoying the content, and I'll be trying to bring you some more very soon. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.